classic in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington football team. Two teams each hoping to be right back here at State Farm Stadium in 2 weeks, and we are set to go from Glendale. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Well, if you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Throwing here to start the drive. Campbell making the catch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
Rolling to his right. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side here complete to Campbell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 29-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Robbie Gould.
A great play there. 27 yards. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
The score, Niners.
Gould able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
To kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones who beat.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
3-yard line.
Back to throw here. Smith catches left side. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Niners' 34-yard line.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now a handoff looking right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Stepping, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Fielded just inside the 30. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Here we go. Check it back.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 32 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for the Niners. 61 yards. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta. That's
about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Second and 14. Forced out to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. goes with a big fullback use check. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Spinning away. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Gotta do better. Hey, check 52.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
26
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fends him off. And that is incomplete here.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
26 Push him back. Check.
Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
26 mark, 26 mark. Hey, D-line, let's get him. 26 mark. It's a party now. It's a party.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal, San Francisco.
25 yards that time.
26 mark, 26 mark. Watch the
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a goal.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
By the offense.
that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll pull it down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
9-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Harris on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Coming up on 2nd and 7. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down, it's Goodwin down to the 30 after a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
10 at the 16-yard line.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Carried by number 30.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Being chased out left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Paris Campbell, 79 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Deontay Harris on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
At the 26.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And again this time to the tailback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 9-yard touchdown run. And Washington going to add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And some space here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for the Niners.
First down.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
3rd down.
Caught by Nelson left side.
The pass.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's the option. He pitches it. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do.
Under pressure, and down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and now it's second down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Number 31, the ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Down. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 27-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second and 6. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And oh, he coughed it up. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
San Francisco.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. And it's good, so that will get them back within one score.
Washington 44, 49ers 36. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, Deontay Harris. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Harris on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. In this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And they will take a knee here. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And they'll indeed take a knee. Celebration time in D.C., Washington, the NFC champs, as we say thank you for watching and good night.